Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Kim here. I wasn't going to do a video today, but I decided I'll just stop and start the camera and then I will show or upload the video at the end of the day. So it's Saturday and I've decided to do a segment of what I call arm's length art, where I clear off stuff on my desk. If you watched my video last night on Happy Mail, I was talking about doing this and I was showing you the trays of stuff I was going to work out of. And at the end of the video, I had piled them so high and then I just kind of teetered the wrong way and they all slid off the table. I was laughing so hard I couldn't even video. So I had a big mess to clean up because the paper just scattered everywhere and it was all different types of paper, as you saw in my video last night. So now everything is just schmuckied together and it's a big mess. All the more reason I got to clear off this desk. So I just thought I would show you a few little bits and then I will get started. I'm going to stop the video. I'm going to be adding to it all day long as I work. The results will be shown in Crafting with Eyes Wide Open and Boho Artisans, both groups that are listed in the description below, although you won't see this till the end of the day. But if you are members of those two groups, you would have got notification already. So I have some plastic trays here and somewhere buried in one of these trays, now I'm leery to pick them up. Okay, this is supposed to be my scrappy paper bits, like scrapbook papers. And this is stuff to work on, and this is also stuff to work on. But when it tumbled yesterday, everything went flying. I have to be careful that it doesn't do it again. So I have this blank tray on here, and I'm going to start off by taking some of these used tags. And I've brought down a jar of tea. That is steeping here very nicely. So this is what I'm going to start with first, is making some embellishments with these tags. So that's all I'm showing you for right now. And yes, do follow along in or check out the Facebook group as well, and you'll see how I've done this. And if anybody wanted to play along, they were told in the Facebook comment that if they played along, just to show their work each hour in the post that I post each hour. So I hope you've played along with me, and for those of you that didn't, I hope you'll watch the segment and check out the Facebook page, and I would love comments to let me know if this is something you would like to see in the future, because I sure could use some days where I clean up stuff. So that's it for right now, but I'm going to pause the video and I will show you some results as we go along. Okay, hold on. Okay, back again. So I had some leftover pieces of cardstock, and I'm going to use more of these today, so you will see more. And all I did was I kind of used Thelma's method of adding some glitter background. I don't know if you can see that. And then I had some images that were just sort of a domino card size. This is actually about 3 inches by about 1.5. So I made two little cards. These will probably get further embellished with some dangles or something. It'll be something that would hook onto a page. And then I just backed this little piece of paper with this little label with the burgundy cardstock I had in the pile. So you saw this envelope, or this envelope I had covered yesterday if you watched my video, and all I did today was I stitched around the edges of the paper so that it's ready to go. Something will go in it. I don't think I'll put a tag or a journal card because this is bulky enough as it is, so it'll probably just be writing paper that goes inside here. And that's what it looks like on the back. You saw that. And yeah, it's just made from a piece of envelope that I recycled. So I had started out making this tag to go in it, but this again got really bulky. And this is made from, I start out with a base of, when I'm gluing in my glue book, I glue on the whole page, and then I fold it in half and glue on half a page, and then I fold it in quarters until it's completely folded up. Now, just because I want to show you one, will I find one? I have a whole pile of them here. Yeah. So this is what they start out looking like when they're all folded up and I've glued all over the place. So then I just trim down the rough edges, reinforce it by gluing it a little bit more, and then that becomes the base for making my journal cards. So they're quite substantial just like that. By the time you put paper on both sides, and you can see I'm just using scraps to cover it. And then the image and, you know, some embellishing afterwards. I have stitched around here a little bit, and, you know, I use a combination of decorative stitches, whatever I feel like doing at the time. And then, yeah, the embellishments on top. So this lace is not completely glued in here. And that's so, you know, a lot of this is just going to sit until I actually want to use it for something. And that will be the deciding factor. So I could tuck something in front of it if I wanted to. So I kind of like to leave it like that so that it is possible to reuse it. So these two tags, I made them because I had this book cover. It was from a recipe book, and it's in pretty rough shape and grungy shape, which is what I like. So that's the back side. That would be for the journaling side, and this is the side that I build on. So there is what I've got so far, and I will use this to make some type of a tag or a bookmark. I like the rough edges, and, you know, wherever I could, like in this case, you know, the when you tear it out of a book, that's what's left. I left that up there. Pieces of scrap fabric. If you watched me make my Happy Mail tab journals, I did cover the 2 journals with this green fabric, so that's been added on to here. The other thing is, if you watched my Happy Mail video, I had got a whole schwack of these bingo cards. It was sort of a bridal game, and I've started to put things on here as I find them on my table. So a piece of this fabric will go on here as well. And I'm just going to use this little tab as a measurement. So this will get worked on as I'm working today as well. And I don't want to make them all green. Otherwise, I could do like 6 cards at once. But I will work on one and then see what happens. So I'm just cutting it down to about 1 inch wide. And then it is a little bit long, so I will trim that down. And I won't discard this little piece till the end of the day. You know, it goes in the pile, and then if it works, it works. If it doesn't, then I do finally let it go. So that's going to go in there now. And as I work on things today, I will add stuff into there. So I'm just going to glue this in just to show you. I have a couple minutes before I have to post all this on Facebook, so I will do that. So yeah, so going back, I used a piece of this fabric, very rough. I like the distressed rough look. Like this has got lots of fraying on the sides. This was a piece of well, it was an offcut, so I could have a nice cut from when I started doing the trim on my journals. And same with this. I don't like to throw this stuff out. You know, it can be an embellishment. I will probably go back and add a button onto both of these. And this was another one of those things. I had I just took my circle punch and cut a round circle out of a piece of cardstock and then added a sticker on top. So this is just an embellishment on my tag, but gives it a little bit of dimension. My items tend to be very dimensional, and so I do limit these type of things that I put in my journals because I don't want to bulk them out completely. But I do like to include some of these because they're fun, and, you know, they're certainly cause interest, and they're very tactile, so you can touch them and feel them, and you know what it's like. So yeah, that's where I'm at so far, my first hour, and I will let you know how it goes from there. Hold on. Back again. 3 more journal cards. This one here is made using one of my glue pages, and I've already backed it, so it's pretty much done. Lace trim on here and some rose embellishments. And then these 2 were made using that same cookbook piece. I still have 2 little strips left, but I'll use those up eventually sometime today, I hope. And these 2 cards will get embellished more with some fabric and maybe some other trims, but I'm going to wait until I see where I'm putting them because they are kind of a different style. So I'll sit and let them, I'll let myself think about it. Okay, so it's 1 o'clock and I'm starting my next hour, and I'm still posting in Facebook as I go along. So you will see these posts probably before you see this video. And then this is just kind of a follow-up and a finish up. Okay, that's it for now. Hi everyone, I'm back. And here I have 10 tags made with those small Value Village price tags. I took the sticker off and then tea dyed them with that jar of tea that you saw. And then each one of these has a piece of that green fabric and the flower embellishment and some music sheet and a label. So these are ready to just go in my stash to maybe further enhance and add a tie on when I'm going to use them. So that was that. And then the next thing I made was this floating pocket. It is made from, I don't know if you saw the greeting card I had yesterday that was kind of a wine. It was like an invitation to some kind of a party or something. It had a wine bottle on it and grapes. I turned it inside out, so that was part of the design. And then just further enhanced it a little bit on the back. So this is kind of a journaling space. And then decorated it with some background paper and an image and this lace in several layers, trying to create kind of a framed look around her. And I use a piece of that trim that Thelma had sent to me the other day. Now there is a little divot in the top here, and normally I would put, you know, another journaling type card inside, but I find they get too thick. So I'm going to start now just putting paper inside, but I'm working at my desk, so I can't go get any other papers. So this is the inside, so you can see that it's been, sorry, I'm working with holding my camera with my hand. So it's been turned inside out. And you'll see the greeting card on the Facebook group because I'm taking pictures as I go along. So that's that pile there. And the next thing I'm going to work with, and you'll see pictures of this too. These were some packages of flowers that I got. So I still have all the packaging. It comes with some kind of piece of paper that I got to take off, but which will get used. So I have 4 of these, and I think I'm going to turn them into sort of a little fabric books because I have some fabric scraps on the floor beside me, some of the stuff that fell down. And so I figured, you know, this is a good time to turn these into something else. So I'm showing you this now so you see what they look like. And then from here I will decorate them. You'll see the finished product. Okay, let's go for now. Hi again. All right, I have pretty much finished these, and I'm pretty much finished for the day. It is already after 6 o'clock. So hopefully this video gets up before the evening is over. So yeah, these were those packaging pieces. I completely covered them. I put scrapbook paper on both sides and along the top here. Everything got stitched down all the way around the edges. The back side, I put this label to hide the staples, and on the front I have this lace to hide the staples and to kind of give it a finish. Again, I'm probably going to put something here, some type of an embellishment, but because I was staying within arm's length, I didn't run up to get anything because that takes time. You know, when you try to decide what you want to use, it takes away from what you're trying to achieve. So I kept it down to, you know, working at arm's length and working on these as much as I could, and then I will finish them off as I use them. But they will go in the finished pile so that if I want to take one of these and put it in a journal, I just have to add some type of a little decoration, whether it's some buttons, a flower, you know the drill. So I think they turned out pretty good. I had a bunch of lace on the table that Thelma gave me. She had given me, I think it was 3 pieces of this cream colored lace. So this one piece got used as the 4 tops. And then two pieces got this lace. And then 2 got this lace. And then this was just some scraps I had lying around. I still had some of that green fabric. There's not going to be a shortage of this for a while. So I finally got them all put together, and I think they look pretty nice, you know, considering this was technically trash, right? On the back, like I said, I put labels on the back to cover the staples, but I did want to have a nice clean writing space to use it as a journal card if you want. And yeah, they're nice and flat, so they'll fit nicely in a journal, and 4 done. So I'm just going to go and give you a recap of all the things that I did today. So I have those done. I did this floating pocket, again with a journaling space on the back. Nothing inside, but I'm just going to put some brown paper and maybe a little tab to pull it out. The 10 little tags. So you see I kind of worked in the same colors. And so this will all get put together. I may give some of this away in Happy Mail or, you know, in gifties and stuff. So you know, it will all stay together for now. And then if I decide to use it in a journal, I have kind of a color combination that works very nicely. Then you saw this journal card that I made. Again, pretty simple, flat, which was nice to stick in a pocket. I did leave the lace open at the top here on the side, so I could tuck something inside there if I wanted. But otherwise, you know, I could also do some further embellishing. I'm just leaving it as it is because of I was not allowed to get up and do these things, or that's what I told myself. 2 other journaling cards. These were made on the back of a cookbook cover, and so I'm happy with these. Again, we'll embellish them as I find things that go with it, and depending on where I want to use them. These were book plate images that were in an old book. I had torn them out and they went in my pile because I wanted to, they were pretty fragile, so I wanted to back them with something. So now they're stitched all around, they're in good shape. And then my 2 tags that you saw, this was also made with that cookbook. You can just see a little bit of the red on the side. I didn't use those 2 strips, but they are in the pile to get used. So that I'm happy that the 2 cookbook pages are sort of off the table. That was the cardstock scraps that I had. Never got to finishing more of these, but I had cut some more out, so I will get to doing them. And then this little journal card you saw already, and my envelope that I recovered. So I think that's pretty good for a day. It just shows you, though, how much time these things take. So, you know, when somebody sends you a little... Oh, I was having a little moment. So when somebody sends you one of these that's handmade, you know that some time has gone into it. I've been at this since 11 o'clock this morning, so it's 7 hours. I did stop for lunch, and I probably spent about an hour filming and photographing and, you know, doing stuff on Facebook in small little intervals. He's going to stop soon. Sorry. He must hear something outside. But yeah, it does take time. So when somebody sends you stuff like that, just know that there's a little bit of work involved. It's not just gluing paper together. It's picking things out, stitching, inking. Lots goes into it. So yeah, always be sure to enjoy those pieces that are sent to you in Happy Mail, whether it's from me or from anybody. You know, it's not just what I'm saying. It's from anybody. I always appreciate it, and the nicest gift ever is to get handmade items. So I'm always excited that somebody takes the time to make something to send to me. So these, like I said, are going to just get tucked aside, and when I want to use them further or give them away further, I will further enhance them from there. So the other thing I wanted to say was, Fit Kitty, Karen, if you're watching, I found this, so I'm keeping that for you. It's got your name on it. And I did work on my bingo card, and it's turning out pretty cute. I hope you can get the full gist of this. Some things, because it's glossy, and you know, I'm working with material as well as paper, some of these things I hot glued on. Some of them I stuck on with tacky glue and you know, just glue stick. But they're on there pretty good. And I love it. I love how this is turning out. You can see the colors that were flowing. It's, you know, the greens and the pinks and the ecru's. So I will continue to fill this page. You can see I don't have very many. And then I will do something at the top here to disguise this bridal thing. I don't know what at this point, but and I'm not sure. It is 6 inches by... let's see, let's go to the one. It's by 8.5. So it could be a journal page. So I may trim this down right to the edge of the card, and that would take me to 5.5 inches, which is a, you know, a signature, like half the page. So then if I hinge it to something else, I will turn it into a journal page and then have a space to write on the back. And it just made me think that how fun this would be to have a printed page that you can have sitting on your desk anytime. So stay tuned. It will show up in the freebies for you. But I'm going to make some bingo swatch cards that you can use for your own journals and for your own swatches. And it's a great way to clear off these little bits of paper and fabric that are sitting on your desk. I don't throw this stuff away because sometimes, you know, as I'm working, I might grab a bunch of these and make a little snippet. You know, if it's colors that I'm working in all the time, or if I'm just working on them at a certain time, I might throw them all into a little saran baggie and then pick at it when I need those colors. So yeah, I can now go back and add some of the other pieces in my little swatches that I have, and then add to fill this. But yeah, what fun. So if you have something like this on your desk, or that you can use to make something like this, it's so fun, and it doesn't take any time. It's almost like exciting when you can add another piece to it. I know, call me crazy. But yeah, so I just thought I'd share with you how it's coming along, and I will just leave it sitting up here, and I will eventually fill it and show you the finished one. So that's it for my little segment of arm's length art, except I should show you that not much has changed in these trays. So these trays they're about 15 inches long, I think. I'm just going to do a quick glance. Yeah, they're about 14 inches long. So this is just my bits and pieces of scrapbook paper, and then sometimes people give me papers and, you know, in Happy Mail and stuff. I just throw them all in here unless I specifically need it for something. Then I can use and pull from here when I want little scraps for journal cards or tags. But it hasn't gone down very far. I do have another project that I thought I was going to get to today, but I didn't. So that's my paper scraps. And then this is just labels. It's I've discovered that I don't like the little boxes anymore. I don't mind keeping things in the envelopes to keep them separate, but I think this is what I'm going to stick with this for a while because I like it. I have the sheets that are half cut, and then I have some that are, you know, pieces at the bottom here. I know I don't want these to tumble, but I also shouldn't pile them as high as I have been. And which reminds me, I didn't even know, I forgot all about these things. I had cut them out the other day. Too bad. I could have used some of these today. But yeah, so I'm hoping that I don't tumble these, but the fact that they fit inside of each other is just really nice. And I don't have to fussy cut everything. It can stay in here as a part page until I do use it. So I think I'm going to transfer these over eventually for everything. These trays are meat trays. You can get them in a variety of sizes, but this is like the big family packs, which is what I buy, and then I repackage things. But it's just handy, and as long as you don't dump it. So this is my pile of things to work on, as I said, and it's just another tray, and I thought I would get way more done than I did. I thought I would get to these little guys, but I never did. So it's a work in progress. I will have to consider doing this on a weekly basis. If everybody is interested, please let me know. I don't know how to do it as a live video, but you know, if anybody has some ideas of how I could go live, I thought about going live for maybe 15 minutes or something at a time, and then just letting the video be just a smaller video. I just don't know what to do at this point, but we'll see. Anyway, this is a continuation of the to do an overflow of packaging and little bits and pieces. This came out of the packaging of these packaging. There was only one, but it stays in here because I will use it for something. If I don't use it as a base for collage, I can use the back for paper to back things. So I always use it. And if you saw that Chinese paper the other day, it is here, and I will eventually use it up as well. So that's how I store these trays. But when I said that the trays went flying, it wasn't just these four that you see here. Luckily, this one wasn't on the top. Thank goodness for that. But this is the other trays that are here. So this one holds just papers that are like book pages and music sheets and extra glue sticks because I had taken this upstairs, and washi tape because I take it upstairs. This is some strips that are handy. And you may say, well, why don't you throw that stuff out? If you knew how much I dug in here for different things, and eventually we will have evenings or classes where I will show you how I use a lot of this stuff. It's so handy. This is now what I'm calling my sweet nothings, because I do want to have a class someday doing sweet nothings. So I'm collecting all my things that have holes in it and all of my cello packaging that is used. So you kind of can figure out from there how that's going to work, right? I'm keeping all my stickers in here that are handy. It's not that this is all the stickers I have. Trust me, I have a ton of stickers. I have way too many. But it's making me use this stuff because I'm leaving it on my desk. And then, you know, as I use it up, I can go and take another package that I have. Because I really have found that I want to get this reduced. So this works out really nicely for me to have a handful of stickers in here that I can finally say goodbye, good riddance, and move on. And so this is my backing paper. It has like coffee dyed paper pieces, any little scrap papers that I get from packaging that I want to use to back something else. You know, sometimes I tear pages in half and I only use half the page. And so the other half goes in here to use for backing, which is this type of backing that I'm using it for. These were dryer sheets. I just left them in here because they're nice and fun and the right color. So, and then this tray is a tray of flowers. Again, I'm going to switch all my fussy cuts to this method because it just works. Sometimes I'll take a tray like this and I will fussy cut flowers upstairs and when I'm watching TV or I'm, you know, hanging out with my husband. And then I can just throw them back in here. So some of them are done, some of them aren't. Like if I go to the bottom, you'll see more that are or maybe you won't. Yeah, there's more here that are actually cut out. So this seems to be working. I don't say it's a forever method, but what's flavor of the month? What's working today, unless I dump it again. And so this was this is tissue paper and napkins and paper doilies. And you know what? I'm finding I'm using again where I want something, it's all right here and I can still add to it if I want to, although this one is pretty full. So I would like to let it go down a little bit before I add new ones. And then here, just to show you my butterflies. Again, aren't they lovely? Lots cut out, lots that are die cut. So you can put all kinds of things in these trays and they do stack up, but you got to make sure you put them on a level surface. That's the only drawback, is that they have to be level. And then here are my birds, and I have way more birds cut out and ready to go, but you know, it depends on what I'm working on at the time. So I just thought I'd share that with you. So this was fun. I hope to do this again. I don't know if I can do a 7-8 hour stretch. I have to figure out how I can film it and how I can Facebook it all at the same time while I'm working. Like whether it can be a live or a short or something. So that is something I'll have to think about. But I'm happy with the results, and I hope that in the future you will consider playing along. Give me some comments and let me know what you think. So that's it. That's all for today. I should be back on Monday with something. If not, it'll definitely be Techniques Tuesday that I'll be back. I'm not sure if I mentioned it or not. I was doing Antonio Makes Mondays, and he let us all know, the design creative squad that he has, that he has changed plans for this year, which it makes me sad. I really enjoy working with Antonio. He's an amazing designer and artist, and he's very open-minded about all kinds of things. So I enjoy working with him. I'm sad that I'm not going to, but we every few months as creators on YouTube, we have that need to reinvent ourselves again, and that's to keep interest with all of you, to keep you excited and to do new things all the time, as well as to attract new subscribers. So I certainly understand his changing things around. I know Brenda and I are both pretty sad about not doing Antonio Makes for now, but never say never, right? We never know. Somebody else might come along, or some other project might come along, or Antonio might change his mind in a couple of months. So that leaves my Mondays free, but I don't know at this point. I haven't quite decided what I want to do with Mondays, but it will be something. It may not be this Monday, but it will be something. Tomorrow is Sunday, and weather permitting, I'm heading off to St. John to go to my flea market and enjoy a few thrifting moments, weather permitting. And if not, it'll be Monday, I guess, or Tuesday morning. But either way, you will see me for sure on Tuesday. Have a very creative weekend, what's left of it, and a creative week next week. And I will talk to you all soon. Bye for now.